I'm about to give you the most boring but most important workout of your recovery. And you have just had major abdominal surgery. The most important thing that you're gonna do right now is breathe. We wanna get that diaphragm turned back on, that diaphragm that has been pressed up and has a little bit of amnesia by the end of pregnancy and may cause a little bit of discomfort as you go into this deep belly breath, because it's gonna produce some movement down here in the lower abdominals. Don't skip this step. You may do it without me. You don't have to stick with me for this entire 5 minutes, but we're gonna come down to our backs, which you already may be there. And I want you to just find any comfortable position. You can be propped up, anything that feels good for you. That is the most important thing for your setup. Now you might find this hard here. You might find it hard to take a breath, especially after a C-section. It's so important. They're probably gonna give you one of those breath machines to keep your lungs clear, to take the deepest breath possible. So our first few, I want you to send that air up, down into your entire lungs. So take a big breath in, filling the lungs, trying to really expand them out to the sides, and then exhale, let everything go. Take that 2 more times. Inhale, filling your chest as well as filling your body. Exhale, release. Last one. And exhale, let it go. Check in with your pelvic floor. See if you have any sensations there. If your pelvic floor feels like it's gripping or holding on right now, I want you to just give your pelvic floor that chance to relax. And then anywhere with that hand placement, start to send that air deep and low into your ribs and belly. So you're gonna inhale, fill, exhale, relax. And we're just gonna take a few minutes here to breathe together. Trying to feel that 3-dimensional expansion through the bottom of your rib cage. If it helps to bring your hands to your ribs, to feel the bottom of them move out into space as you breathe in, that could be a nice tool. Hands could be on your belly. You can imagine that you've got one of those exercise bands right here around the bottom of the ribs, and as you breathe in, you're gonna try to push it out to the sides. Any imagery that works for you here. Just trying to get that air in and that air out. And remind yourself, your diaphragm is right here underneath the bottom of the rib cage. So if you think of those bottom 2 ribs, you can give yourself a little knock or a tap on those bottom 2 ribs. Just to visualize the diaphragm sitting like a little hat. As you inhale, that muscle contracts, moves down, draws air into the deepest part of the lungs. As you exhale, that muscle contraction turns off, air goes out of the body. So visualize that nice flow. Again, check in with your pelvic floor. See if it's relaxed. Once you feel this breath in your body, I want you to also check in with your brain. Your body has been through a lot. There are a lot of emotions to process. Your brain is working harder than it ever has, and it's more exhausted than it's ever been. So just give it a few minutes here to let go. Stay positive, stay present. Just think of that air traveling in and out of the body. And I want you to stick with this for as long as you can, as long as you need to. Knowing that, reassuring yourself that this is the most important part of your recovery. Learning to breathe, your diaphragm is the top of that inner core unit. In order for us to heal everything below it, it has to be turning on and functioning in this way. This is your first assignment. It may seem like the easiest, but it may be the hardest right now. So whenever you can take a moment to think about this, I want you to just stop and breathe.